In a quiet village nestled between misty hills lived an old clockmaker named Mr. Elric. He was known for his gentle nature and the magical way he could fix any broken timepiece. Despite his age, his hands were steady and his eyes sparkled with the wisdom of years. Villagers often brought their clocks and watches to his small, dusty shop at the corner of the street. Mr. Elric never charged money. He only asked for a story in return. Some laughed, others hesitated, but all eventually shared their tales. He believed every story held a piece of the person's soul, a lesson waiting to be discovered. Even the youngest children loved sitting by his workbench, whispering their simple adventures. One rainy evening, a stranger entered the village. He wore a dark coat, carried a large suitcase, and his face was cold with purpose. His name was Walter, and he was in search of a rare artifact, the eternity clock. Legend said it could pause time itself, granting immortality to its possessor. Walter heard whispers that Mr. Elric might possess this ancient clock. He walked into the shop with a fake smile and studied the old man carefully. "I've heard you collect very old clocks," Walter said. Mr. Elric nodded. "Yes, but they're not for keeping time. They're for keeping memories." Walter tried to offer gold coins, promises of wealth, even land. But Mr. Elric smiled softly and replied, "Some things are meant to be owned." Walter's eyes narrowed. "You're hiding it, aren't you?" he hissed. The old man simply asked, "Would you like to tell me a story?" Anger rising, Walter refused and stormed out of the shop. That night, he returned under the cover of darkness. He picked the lock and crept into the quiet room of ticking clocks. Among hundreds, he saw a strange one, glowing faintly, still ticking though unplugged. It was the eternity clock. Shaped like a golden sun, its hands moving backward. Walter touched it, and the room suddenly froze. Even the air felt stiff. Time had stopped. The legend was real. Walter laughed, feeling the thrill of power surge through him. But within moments, the laughter faded. He couldn't move forward. No door would open. No breath could be taken. No heartbeat felt. The world was paused, including him. He had captured time, but it had also captured him. Suddenly, the clockmaker's voice echoed in the stillness, though his lips didn't move. "Time is not to be owned, only respected. You stole the lesson instead of earning it." The clock ticked once more, and everything reversed rapidly. Walter awoke on the shop floor, breathless and pale. Mr. Elric stood above him, eyes kind but stern. "I gave you a chance to share, to be human. You chose power instead." Shaken, Walter stammered. What happened?" "You saw what happens when time is disrespected," said Elric. Walter had tears in his eyes, realizing how empty his life had been. He had chased power, wealth, and immortality, but never truly lived. For the first time, he sat down and told his story. He spoke of a lonely childhood, greed-driven parents, and endless ambition. He admitted he had hurt many just to get ahead. The old man listened silently, occasionally winding a clock or two. And as the story ended, the eternity clock faded from sight. "Thank you for finally being real," Elric said gently. "You have earned your time back. Now use it wisely." Walter left the village the next morning, lighter than he had ever felt. He opened a small clock shop in another town, asking only for stories in return. Years later, villagers would speak of the mysterious clockmaker who changed a man's heart. No one ever found the eternity clock again, nor tried to. For the lesson had been passed on, not through power, but through sharing. And time, once feared and chased, was finally respected. Moral of the story: time is not a possession, it is a gift. Use it wisely, not selfishly.